Hi guys and females. Today's day 30. Sort of was going to come to you with, a bit of an update on the measurements and everything like that, but I've sort of gone a different trail. So my son wasn't feeling too well early in the week and throwing up and the like. That was sort of like Monday-ish, yeah. Um, and then he's sort of gone off. And then I haven't thrown up or anything, but I probably haven't felt the best maybe Wednesday, Thursday. It's Friday today. So yeah, I was still done well during that period, but like not too bad. Probably ate a little bit here and there, because you're just sort of not feeling the best. So you sort of see how you go with a few things, but nothing outrageous. Just a few minor things you'd rather cut out. But yeah, probably my last video I was saying that I was flying. So probably after New Year's, the next couple of days was pretty tough because I had a decent New Year's, and then probably a couple of days after that, probably getting really back into it. Probably just that extra food from New Year's sitting beside me and just getting over a couple of the cravings was struggling. But maybe from the 7th to the 3rd to the 10th, sort of flying, enjoying it, cutting out a lot of stuff, doing pretty good. And then maybe this week on my Sunday, I hurt my hammy a little bit when I was on a run, and then maybe this sort of sickness I've felt this week is really dragged by. And I felt that I'm getting a bit, I don't want to say sick of, I'm not saying, maybe this week, maybe because of the sickness, I've sort of not enjoyed the shakes as much as the first sort of 3 weeks, where I was enjoying them, eating them, the flavour was nice and everything. This week they've sort of, haven't really looked forward to them as much, so I'm not too sure if I have to mix up the flavours or just maybe it's this sickness. Also, these drinks that I've been drinking, so these are just mineral water with a slight amount of flavouring, 1-2 calories, nothing, and they're not, no sweeteners and sugars. So that was a watermelon, this is the pineapple one, raspberry there, and then, the orange one. You've seen some of these in my old videos. The current one I'm drinking is the Schweppes one, the passion fruit and pineapple. Even these, I'm not saying I'm getting sick of them, but even those, because I'm really just trying to get water, the shakes and these drinks, that's all I'm really drinking. I'm trying to cut out like 95% of the milk and 99% of the milk, and then all the soft drink and zero sugar stuff, I'm trying to cut that out, and orange juice or juices, cutting that out. So even with these drinks, I'm sort of getting sick of them a little bit, So yeah, I'm hoping. And I'm going away next week as well, so I don't know if that's playing a part of it. I'm heading away in state Queensland for a week or so, or under a week. And I don't know if that's sort of like I'm looking forward to that. Maybe I'm worried about what I'm going to eat and different things. And you probably say I'm a little bit down compared to the other videos. But yeah, so I won't go into all the measurements and everything like that. I have done them, and I'm finding there's ever so slight changes, nothing worth reporting, anything with that in that margin of error from measuring, so but if you want to look at the weight, as I said, I started on 97. I think it was 95 because I think my scales were plugging up, and this week, and that's why when I wasn't feeling the best and a few other things, I'd sort of gone down to that just around the 90, and then I don't know if I wasn't feeling well, just probably keeping everything inside, and I sort of was around that 90 to 91, and so probably that was demotivating too, but since maybe yesterday or this morning, could have been this morning because I tried to do it, I might have dipped below that, in that low 89 mark. So yeah, maybe didn't see any movement, demotivated, and probably thinking, oh God, I've had enough of this, in a way. And when you don't see the scales moving, that gives you confirmation that maybe you should give it up, But now, yeah, there seems to be some, again, slight movement down, even though I don't want to be measuring every day, but sometimes you just need that motivation to keep you going. So yeah, I'll come back before I go away on the weekend. I'll come back with maybe how I'm feeling. One thing I did want to mention is some of the other videos that I am watching with the people doing the man shake is, 3-4 years ago, they were doing the man shake, dropped their 10 kilos, 20 kilos, 30 kilos. Maybe said they're going to take a week off, never saw them again, and good luck to them. They've probably moved on with their life, But one thing I'm going to try to do, and I will mention in some other videos, maybe earlier in the videos, even if I go well and I get down 85, I'm going to try to come back every period of time, just to say here's an update to say I'll put it back on or I haven't. So just so you can get a bit of an idea. So yeah, I don't think you'll even when I leave, which not intended to be anytime soon, but even when I do leave, I intend to come back and give you that sort of update to see how it's going. Because yeah, it can be. You wondering how's it all going now, And I've seen some of them where they've done other videos about something else, and they still look like they've kept the weight off. So those are those ones, maybe the other ones. So yeah, I'm gonna have this particular snack at the moment. It's just I try not to eat after 8 o'clock. It's just ticked over 8:30 now, so I'm probably a little bit behind. I've only done I don't want to say that. I've done 11,000 steps today. So yeah, I'm gonna have this one. So it's Twisted Healthy Treats Minis, birthday cake, frozen yogurt dessert, and you see this the ice cream one birthday cake is 90 calories. So yeah, some of them are I think 70 or 83. So yeah, I'm gonna have one of these and. Yeah, all right, I'll get back to you. I'll get out of here. I only want to keep this. I thought I was going to keep it a 3-minute short video, but it's gone a bit long. But yeah, give us your comments and yeah, we'll keep cracking on. All right, but yeah, keep motivated, guys. Even myself, I'm getting a bit down. I'm wondering what I'm doing. But we've got to get it. We've made the choice. Let's try to keep it going. Whether you've made the choice now, end of 2025, like me. 2026 right now, or you made the choice in end of 26. Whenever you're watching this, just keep it going, and hopefully, if you want to flick to my latest video, and you might that might give you more or less motivation. So yeah, depending, can't confirm now what it will do. All right, out.